Hello everyone, this is Bloody Bananas. Welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to showcase some of the battles that we did during our second day of Retro Cup. It's done in Great League. There's no Fairy type, there's no Dark type, and then there is no Steel type Pokemon allowed. So I had a really interesting team that I prepared for day one, but then it couldn't really handle all the XL Lickitungs that I was seeing, because XL Lickitungs were just so tanky and so spammy with those body slams. So the second day, I decided to try this team of triple counter user. So this team will absolutely destroy those Lickitung users, as we'll see in our videos. And we did 5 sets with this team. We only had one negative set, and it was 2-3. We went like 4-1, 4-1, and then 2-3-2s, I believe, even against a lot of the hard matchups. So this team was initially created by Wallower, right, in Open Great League, but in this format, the Pokemon in the back, we are using Surfetched instead of Obstagoon or Scrafty, because those two are not allowed. And Surfetch is actually really good in this format, in my opinion, because you can win the Frost Slash matchup, going straight Night Slash because you do outpace, and you also can beat the Lickitungs, right? Alright, without further ado, let's get into the battles. Marowak is really bad for this team. Fortunately, DD does output a lot of pressure, even against the losing matchup. As you guys can see, the Rock Slide does a ton of damage. Alright, so we do shield the Shadow Bone because we do want to pressure their shields. They get off another move. It's another Shadow Bone, but we do barely survive. So I'm still going to go for this Rock Slide. Hoping to grab a shield as well. So now we're in even shields. And now we're going to Vigoroth. This is actually really tough. Alright, I think this game is pretty much over. If they have 2 Pokemon that kind of beats your entire team, then there's not much you can do. Like this specific person, he wouldn't be very good against XL Lickitungs, because XL Lickitungs obviously destroys Marowak, right? And Medicham is not the greatest answer, but that's fine. Alright, next matchup we have Medicham. This is where you want to see it, because Medicham beats your backline Pokemon. So I'm going to build up to almost 3 Psycho Boosts, or at least 2.5. And then I will throw my energy right here. I could probably do down one more counter, but I will just throw their... my opponent actually swaps into a Talonflame. Well, I have some bad news for you, Talonflame, because we do have Rock Slides. I get off the first Rock Slide. They no shield. It was debuff, so he didn't take it out. And then I bait with a I baited with one move. I baited with a Psycho Boost. All right, I was lost for words. All right, and then we took out the Talonflame with Vigoroth, and then it came back with Medicham. We're just gonna let this go because we do have defense from Deoxys for this Medicham, right? All we have to do is get to the Psycho Boost, and then we should almost take it out. I can probably swap and counter this down almost. Alright, never mind. So they actually have a little Marowak in the back. Again, it's really terrible for my team. I faced this Pokemon twice already in the first 2 games I played, so it was a little bit unfortunate. But fortunately this time we do have 2 shields for our Surfetched up against this little Marowak. That means we can win this matchup. All we have to do is get to 2 more Night Slashes, and that should be enough to KO this Marowak. And then they have like a 1 health in the Medicham, so we should just take it out with 1 counter. They actually had a move stored, so they take me out with Ice Punch, but we have a very healthy defense from Deoxys to take it out. Alright, next up, Lantern. This is a neutral lead. We don't really have a perfect swap in the back. I think what I'm going to do is chip it down, and then I'm going to swap in case they have like a really good counter against my Vigoroth or my Surfetched. Because if they have something like Altaria, right, I would have to swap to bait it out, because I don't have the best answer to Altaria in the back, especially with my Surfetched. So here I'm going to try to swap. Alright, and I counter down with my Vigoroth. And it turned out they had a Frost Slash in the back. They do have 2 shields, So what I'm thinking here is I just go straight body slam because they probably want to preserve this Frostlass a little bit. So I'm hoping that they shield this bait, and they do shield the bait. And now I can comfortably get to this bulldoze, and this will do a ton of damage to this Frostlass. They farm me all the way down. They have so much energy. So I do have a Psycho Boost stored. I will throw the Psycho Boost to force my opponent to throw their energy, because them throwing energy means that I can just counter it down with my Surfetch here. And then it turned out they had the XL Lickitungs, and this team was built to destroy that Pokemon, right? Alright, Zangoose. Again, this team actually destroys Zangoose, and they swap into the only Pokemon that kind of destroys my entire backline. So I'm going to stay in. I build up to 100 energy, which is almost 3 Psycho Boosts. So what I'm going to do is dump all my energy here, throw all my Psycho Boosts. Hoping to grab a shield where we take this out, both of which is fine. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to no shield whatever this is. This is really good because both of my back Pokemon actually beats the Zangoose really really hard as well. So now I'm going to swap out into my Surfetch, take it out. They actually come up with a Frostlass. Well, Frostlass is not an answer to Surfetched. Because especially since we got 2 counter extra, we're going to just keep spamming these Night Slashes before they even get to the Avalanches. So here, I think I actually get to 3 before they even get to the second one because of the energy lead we had. And this should take the Frostlass out. And that just goes to show the power of Surfetch here. We got taken out there. And now we go into our Deoxys. I think I shield this because we just need one more counter to take this out. And we're able to take that win. Alright, yeah, if you guys don't enjoy XL Lickitungs, definitely give this team a try. Alright, DD Mirrors. I always lose DD Mirror because I have a terrible IV on my defense from Deoxys. And I've been losing a lot of fast moves. I don't know if you guys have experience with the recent connection server issues, but I've been losing a lot of fast moves. So I was in the yellow way before he even got to the yellow, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm trying to get... Okay, so they got 2... Okay, they got 2 Rock Slide, and I'm 2... Okay. So there were 2 counters ahead of me, which was a little bit unfortunate, but I'm going to try to farm this down with my Surfetched. I do get to the move before at the same time, but we do win CMP. So I was forced to throw energy here to take out this Deoxys, and let's see what they have in the back. If they have some Lickitung user, then I'll be fine. I actually had a Kindra, so I'm going to go for this Leap Blade. This will almost take it out, or guaranteed to get a shield, and then I go back into my Vigoroth. I will have to shield this in case it was Outrage, but it's probably an Octazooka. I had 2 shields anyways. And then they had a little Leo in the back. And, well, guess what? We have 3 counter users. So, now I just farmed that down. I have 2 Body Slams stored. I'm going to go back-to-back Body Slams. And, yeah. If you're running a normal type Pokemon, or a rock type Pokemon that's weak to counter, well, I have some very bad news for you. Because we have 3 counters to those. Alright. Next up, we have DD against Hunter. Alright, Hunter, big problem to this team, but it's not the end of the world. Why? Because you get your 2 Psycho Boost, and you can force a lot of shields. So here we get to Psycho Boost here. They will have to dump all their energy, and we definitely grab a shield. I actually stored my Psycho Boost, and I swap into my Vigoroth. I should really shielded there, but that's fine. My opponent is throwing another move here. I know this is a Shadow Punch, and it's double resistor, so I did not shield. But this is unfortunate. We landed a Bulldoze on a Charm Cinccino. That Pokemon loses to most fighters, really, because Counter is going to do as much damage as Charm, and we're able to take that Cinccino out in 2 more counters on our Surfetched, which is fine. We had a move stored in the back with our Psycho Boost, so if we get a shield here, I'm going to swap instantly and combo play, get off this Psycho Boost, and we were able to take out the Haunter. And here's the thing, if they're running Haunter, they probably have something that's also weak to counter, because Haunter is such a good answer to Fighter, right? So they're probably not worried about seeing fighters, yeah. They're not prepared to the other counter user that we had in the back, and we're able to take that game. Alright, next up we have DD versus Altaria, very common lead. I think I saw this like 5 games out of 25, but we'll see how this plays out. I played it wrong the first time, I think. Generally, you should rock slide first, and then build up to the second rock slide, but don't throw the second rock slide. You actually go for Psycho Boost here because they always shield. And then I swap into Vigoroth. So the right play is probably going for the Psycho Boost and then swap out. That's what I will be doing in the future Altaria matchups. So I come in with Vigoroth, I tank a Sky Attack, I farm a little bit more, and I take it out. They actually have a Vigoroth of their own. So I do have to throw this Body Slam, chip it down. They had a Charizard in the back. This is going to be really, really close. They're very low on the Vigoroth, right? We have to get to 2 Night Slashes here. Wow, okay. My counters were doing almost as much damage as the Dragon Breaths. That just goes to show how it's like when 2 very high attack stat Pokemon are battling against each other, and we were able to win that. And then we just did 2 more counters against the Vigoroth, and then we had the Oxus to counter it down. Alright, we also had 2 shields remaining, if I remember correctly. Here, Altaria, I think this time we're going to play this slightly better. I'm going to build up to the rock slide, but I will not throw. I'm never shielding the Sky Attack because I just want to threaten the shields. If they have Froslass in the back, it's kind of troublesome, which I think is going to be the case here. They actually have a Surf Fetch here. Okay, that's very interesting. So I'm trying to force a shield here. Oh, this is a game I make a huge misplay. Alright. I thought that when they came in with Surf Fetch, I thought they might not have Froslass. So I decided to shield. But, well, they do have a Froslass, and we weren't able to get to the Bulldoze, and that's terrible for us. If we just saved 2 shields, I think Surf Fetch could have easily sweeped here. Unfortunately, I misread their team because of that. Because they came into Surf Edge against my Vigoroth. I thought that if they had Froslass, they would almost surely came out with Froslass, right? So I decided to not shield, and as you guys can see, I could actually won this game if I just had an extra shield on my Surf Edge. I could have won that game, but I definitely misplayed that massively. So a lot of the losses I think are really my misplays instead of this team. I think this team works really well. It definitely has its weaknesses because there's so many Ghost and Psychic Pokemon around. But if you're ever against those Lick users, this team is just so nice to play. Alright, DD Mirror, I always lose this because my Psycho Boost will not be able to KO my opponent. Even though I should probably win CMP, my DD is so terrible. So we get to this Psycho Boost. Like you guys saw, it does not KO. But I will get taken out by my opponent's Psycho Boost. But this is fine because we get a little bit of farm with my Surf Etched. 1 counter worth of farm, I'll take it. And then they had the Talonflame in the back. Okay, so how do I play this? I go for this Night Slash. I think I just shield here, and then I keep going for another Night Slash here. I do go for another Night Slash, but I do have to swap, because then I will probably get taken out. I should force a CMP here. I think that was a huge misplay by me. So I end up having to shield here. Well, they actually have Froslass in the back, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Because Froslass is, with energy and no shields from us, is going to be able to take us out. Yep, and then I came back in with my Surf Edged, and then we were able to take out this Froslass. So if we had forced the CMP against the Talonflame, we could have won that as well, because then we take out the Talonflame, and then we just needed the Bulldoze plus the Night Slash to take out the Froslass. But that still was very tough and very close game at the end. Alright, next up we have a very good lead. They probably try to swap. Alright, I'm going to go for Psycho Boost here. They will have to shield or this will take it out. So we get a shield. They go into Dragonair. I swap into my Vigoroth instantly. They only have 1 shield remaining. They don't shield this. And I survived this Aqua Tail, I believe. So I just no shield this. I still have a Psycho Boost stored in the back. So I could always try to grab shields with my DD in the future. Here I'm trying to get to my Bulldoze against this Froslass, but I realized that I could not. So I just throw the body slam to chip it down, and then I come into DD to force him to throw energy here. So I think it was I should have just thrown right away, but I did one more counter and then they threw after that. But I think that was fine. They swapped to tank a move from my Surf Etched, but it's quite okay because we still need to take this out in the future anyways. So we just farmed that down after throwing the Night Slash, and now we have 2 Night Slash built. So now what we have to do is go for back-to-back. We actually got a boost at the end, but it did not matter because my opponent also got one. So it was kind of evens out, right? But none of them mattered, really. Alright, Lickitung. Alright, I should swap here, but I think I make a misplay by staying in. This is my first time seeing it in the lead with this team, so I did not know how to handle it. But if I swap here, I think that would be so much better. Please tell me I swap. This is going to be so cringe if I don't swap. Oh my god. Alright. They actually got to the body slam, which they probably should not. And also, I think I make another misplay by swapping here. Yeah, alright. That's not great. I think that was a misplay. Also, I should have came in with my Surf Etched to farm. Because the energy on Surf Etched is going to be way more meaningful than Vigoroth. Because a lot of Pokemon don't really take damage from Vigoroth in this cup. So I went for a bait and it did not land. I was just really sad, hoping to get at least 1 shield. And we don't get those shields. I tried to make a sack swap and that did not work as well. I just failing all these plays that I'm trying to make, right? Alright, next up, and then they have a Cresselia in the back, so it didn't really matter because Cresselia is just such a woe to our Pokemon in the back. It beats DD as well, so it was really tough. Alright, Frostlass. Frostlass leads are actually really okay because they never bait here. So you just shield the Shadow Ball, and then you get off this Rock Slide. If they don't shield, you can probably like almost counter it down, or you're gonna get to the Psycho Boost and threaten a lot of health. And then you get to the next Rock Slide before they get to the next Shadow Ball. So now you throw this Rock Slide, you get 2 shields off this matchup, even though Frostlass is supposedly a good counter to DD, but they never bait. They actually go for Avalanche the second time, and we barely survive, so we go for the Psycho Boost, and we got this Frostlass extremely low. So now we came in with our Surf Etched. We're gonna farm a little bit, farm it down. The Bibarel in the back. Well, Bibarel has some bad news for you. We have Leaf Blade, we have counter, and the Bibarel gets taken out, and my opponent surrenders a match. So I'm assuming maybe he has another Pokemon weak to counter. Okay, so this team, it was a Regirock in the lead. Regirock, believe it or not, Regirock is not the greatest for this team because you do have to shield against Regirocks. If you don't have shields, Regirocks can pretty much take out your entire team. I think he wins the 0 shields against all the Pokemon here, unfortunately. Maybe it does not be Surf Etched, but yeah, this is a very tough Pokemon. And I feel like my opponent read my team perfectly here, because I'm gonna come back in with my DD and farm this Tropius down. And as you guys are gonna see, he actually does not bring the Pokemon in the back out of here against my DD. They actually bring out the Regirock, which was insanity to me. Because, you know, Regirock is supposedly weak to me, right? But because they had Cresselia in the back, they probably realized that I was running some sort of a triple fighter team. So he preserved Cresselia all the way till the end. And this matchup, there's pretty much no way for me to win. They can actually go for straight Grass Knots instead of going for a Moonblast like this person is going for. I got attack boost. It does not matter though, because he's going to be able to get off his moves. So I do have to shield this one. But I think they have a move stored in the back. And so they just go for the combo play and we were taken out. Actually, I had a win condition there. If I was able to catch that move with my DD and then farm down with my Surf Etched, I could have maybe won that game. But my opponent made a really good play. So well played to my opponent. Alright, next up we have Deoxys versus Deoxys Mirror. They go into Munchlax. So there are a couple plays you could have done. So here I decided to swap instantly, which is fine. But I think a better play is probably go for a Psycho Boost, because a Psycho Boost, I can clear the debuff right after taking out this, right after throwing it. And then I can go into my Vigoroth like I'm doing here, and then I can counter all the way down. But both play is fine in my opinion. It was just really good to see the DD in the lead. Also, alright, whenever they swap into a Lick user that's not a Lickitung, you know that they have another Lick user that is a Lickitung, because there's no reason to use any Lick user that's not a Lickitung, right? So if they safe swap into Munchlax, I'm thinking they probably have another Lick user that's whose name starts with Lick. So we're gonna tank these moves. I'm glad the DD is out of here, and of course, like we were guessing, there is a Lickitung in the back, and well, this team beats Lickitungs, right? Unless you misplay massively like I did in one of those games. All right, Hypno, we have to take this out in the lead or get it really low. So I'm gonna stay in. My opponent swaps out, so they swap into a Lick user. What does that tell you? That's he swaps into a Lick user that's not Licky. What does that tell you? That means they have Lickitung in the back, right? Alright, so they came back in with Hypno here to take out my Surfetched, which is fine. I couldn't get the Nice Slash off, but I'm up a shield. I still have switch advantage, and like we thought, you know, they had a Lick user that's not Licky, so as we're gonna see, I actually no shield this. Because this couldn't be a Shadow Ball. I let that go. I go for a Rock Slide, and let's see what they have in the back. Oh yeah, like we were thinking, it's a Licky. Not the Licky that we were thinking of, but it was Licky. It was double Licky. All right, here Snorlax, I think I learned from before. So here I'm gonna go for a move, and I'm gonna safe swap into my Surfetched, because I do not want to tank a superpower from Snorlax, right? On my Vigoroth. So I just go into Surfetched, I tank a Body Slam, it's fine. They have a Machamp in the back, which was very interesting. They have to shield my Leaf Blade. They farm me down though, so they do have a lot of energy. I think I actually shield a Rock Slide from this Machamp. Let's see. I do shield a Rock Slide, and now I think I'm trying to farm this all the way down and come out with a lot of energy, which is a good play. It's a cool play, I think. So I farmed this all the way down. They actually have a Marowak with Hex. Okay. If he had Fire Spin, I would be in pretty big trouble here. But because he had Hex, I can go into my Vigoroth here, and I resist all these fast moves. And he built up to 7. This could be a Fire Blast. So I do decide to shield. I would have survived that anyways, but I decided to shield. And we're able to take that win. Alright, Hypno. This person is a big streamer as well. He's a very strong player. I'm going to go for this Rock Slides right away. We have to take out this Hypno in the lead, as we've seen before. I should no shield this, thinking they might not have a Shadow Ball. And I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. I think I actually shield here just because I'm worried if they have Shadow Ball. Also because they're running non-Shadow, so it's very possible they have a Shadow Ball for like mirror matchups, right? So I know this couldn't possibly be a Shadow Ball, so I just let this go. And I'm gonna go for a Psycho Boost, hoping that they no shield this to take it out. And we safe swap into Surfetched against a Lickitung in the back. That they're coming into. I didn't want to get farmed down, so I just swap into my Surfetched. We're able to tank all these Body Slams relatively well. And now what we have to do is trying to get these Leaf Blades off. This should take it out almost. They actually have Bibarel in the back, so they're double weak to counter in the back. Well, you know, the whole theme of this team is triple counter, right? So my opponent surrenders there, and we're able to win that matchup. Alright, against Frostlass, again, they always go for Shadow Ball. So you just have to CMP on the first move. You just shield once, you get off this Rock Slide. It does a ton of damage, And then you can actually go for a Psycho Boost. Oh, I should make a different play this time because they didn't shield. Oh, and I just like swiped my game up and I missed like 3 counters there, but that's fine. Their Frostlass is really low. That's one thing that's going for me, right? I also have a shield that I have to maintain because their Frostlass is at 100 energy. So let's see what they have in the back. Hopefully another Pokemon weak to counter. It's a Regirock. Okay, so this is one Pokemon that we might be able to handle here. I save swap. Well, I swap into my Deoxys because I did not want to get farmed down. And then they have to throw energy in order to take out my Deoxys. Actually, it wasn't even enough, so I got off this Psycho Boost, and then we get the last shield. I think maybe just countering down all the way is the correct move because we're not gonna get to another move here. Also, I cannot shield this because Frostlass will KO me with one move, but Regirock, we're able to tank barely a Focus Blast, and we were able to counter down the Frostlass and to take that win. Very close game in the end, but we barely able to win that because they're double weak to counter. Alright, against Mew. Well, they have Medi lead and then they save swap into Mew. You always go into Vigoroth because you resist the Shadow Claws. And hopefully your opponent does not have Focus Blast. So it was just a Wild Charge. We let that go. I think I no shield this as well. I no shield this, it's just a Surf. And then I go for this Body Slam, hoping to grab a shield or take it out. We got that last shield. So now I'm going to come back in with my Surf Edged and just farm this down. I do have to give up a shield as however, which is not great for me. I think I'm actually gonna lose this game, unfortunately, because now I don't have switch advantage. Maybe I should try to maintain switch advantage. We'll see. So they have a Lantern in the back. Wow, okay. If we just maintain switch advantage, I think we could have won this one. If we just shielded our Vigoroth there. Even down a shield, I think we might still pull this off. But unfortunately, we don't have the correct alignment. So I have to, let's see. I think I'm going to shield here. This is going to be really close because I can counter this Lantern all the way down. And then I have Psycho Boosts. So I think I'm going to throw immediately. And then I should swap right now, hoping to get to a move. I don't swap, I save a move in the back. Okay, that's the wrong play, I think. I should swap immediately. Because I can force him to throw more energy. And I should not be throwing here because they still don't reach their move right now. And I'm debuffing myself, so my counter are doing way less. I think I win this if I did 3 undebuff counters and then threw the move. But that was a misplay by me. I didn't keep track of all his energy, so unfortunate loss. Alright, here we're against another Hypno lead. Again, we have to take this out in the lead, right? I tried to catch a Shadow Ball. I was not able to. He builds up to a Focus Blast, but I'm calling a bluff. So I was thinking that he probably does not have it. He comes back in with Altaria. This is super good for me because now my Surf Edge does not have to see this Altaria. And I think I could possibly get to 3 Body Slams here. I am super close to the next one. I was able to just barely get to it. And we get a shield where we take out this Altaria for free. And that's incredible for me. They have enough energy for a Shadow Ball here. So I believe I will actually shield this. I do shield the Shadow Ball correctly. That's super good for me. I go for this Rock Slide, hoping they don't shield because this Pokemon is so bad for my backline. And then they had a Mew in the back. And I think I might lose this game. Depending on if they have really high energy cost nukes, then maybe I can get to 2 more Night Slashes after throwing that move. Because we got their shield with our Deoxys. I have to shield this. It's a Rock Slide, so maybe we could even tank that. Alright, and then they get back-to-back move off. It's a Dark Pulse, and we're just barely able to survive that. And we get to this Night Slash, and then we simultaneously KO each other. That was actually so close. If they had any other movesets like Surf, Wild Charge, Ice Beam, Dragon Claw, I think they would have won. But because they only have moves that are resisted by our Surf Edged, they were not able to take that win. So very unfortunate for my opponent. Alright, against Altaria, again, I go for a Psycho Boost. for the second move, and then I save swap into my Vigoroth. If they want to throw their energy to take me out, that's fine. I think I got a decent CMP there because I just threw immediately there. So that means their Altaria is going to be gone, or we get a shield. We're already up a shield, so this is not looking bad. They actually have Marowak in the back, so this is still not great. I'm hoping to get to this Bulldoze. It's going to do a ton of damage. Let's see. We got the last shield. Okay, alright. So I think this matchup is just going to be my Surfetched, hoping to get to 2 Night Slashes. I do have to give up all my shields against Marowak, unfortunately. Here, I'm going to get off my first Night Slash, and I just need one more to take out this Marowak. I got an attack boost, but I really don't think that mattered because the second Night Slash was going to take it out anyways. And we're able to take that out, and then and then they had a Zangoose in the back because of the attack debuff, attack buff. It took out the Zangoose in 5 counters. That was 4 counters. So in the next counter, the Zangoose will be taken out by our onion, or not onion, but green onion, holding a leak holder, leak sword. But yeah, I think Surfetched is really good in this format. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. I'm probably gonna try use Surfetched in a different team, but right now I think this team is really good. Because as long as you see XL Lickitungs around, this team is gonna handle that. It's gonna do really well against the XL Lickitungs. And this team has decent play against Frostlass as well, which is another powerhouse in this format, right? I think I gained up around 100 points, just over 5 sets here. A little bit more, I think around 110 or something. Just one negative set. I had a lot of fun using this team. It has its weaknesses, obviously, because you are triple counter. So you're resisted by Ghost, you're resisted by Psychic, you're resisted by Flying. So, you know, it's not it's not an easy team to use as well because you're so squishy, but it's so much fun. And it punishes those XL Lickitung users, right? As we've seen in this video, we destroy so many normal types, and it's so satisfying. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you guys have fun in Retro Cup.